Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Shri Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Privrajacharya Stotra Shada Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Nityalila Pravishtam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Privrajacharya Stotra Shada Shri Srimad Bhaya Charanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Gauriya Guru Vaishnav Guru Varga Parampara Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. Hari Bol. Voice gets a little dry when you're fasting. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we're reading from the 7th canto, chapter 9, which is Prahlad Maharaj appeasing Nrsingadev in his anger, and we are reading the 38th verse. Itham nritirya grishideva jashavatarair Lokan vibhava yasi hamsi jagat pratipan. Dharmam mahapurusha-pasi yuganuvrittam. Channa kalau yadhabhava striyugotha sattvam. Itham nritirya grishideva jashavatarair. Lokan vibhavayasi hamsi jagat pratipan. Dharmam mahapurusha yuganuvrittam. Chanakalo yadabhava striyugotha sattvam. Itham nritirya grishideva jashavatarair. Lokan vibhavayasi hamsi jagat pratipan. Dharmam mahapurusha yuganuvrittam. Channakalo yadabhava striyugotha sattvam. Itham nritirya grishideva jashavatarair. Lokan vibhavayasi hamsi jagat pratipan. Dharmam mahapurusha yuganuvrittam. Chanakalo yadabhava. Itham nritirya grishideva jashavatarair. Lokan vibhavayasi hamsi jagat pratipan. Dharmam mahapurusha yuganuvrittam. Chanakalo yadabhava striyugotha sattvam. Itham nritirya grishideva jashavatarair. Lokan vibhavayasi tamsi jagat pratipan. Dharmam mahapurushatasi yuganuvrittam. Chanakalo yadabhava striyugotha sattvam. Itham nritirya grishideva jashavatarair. Lokan vibhavayasi hamsi jagat pratipan. Dharmam mahapurusha yuganuvrittam. Chanakalo yadabhava striyugotha sattvam. Itham nritirya grishideva jashavatarair. Lokan vibhavayasi hamsi jagat pratipan. Dharmam mahapurusha yuganuvrittam. Chanakalo yadabhava striyugotha sattvam. Done. Okay. Itam, in this way. Nara, like a human being, such as Lord Krishna and Lord Ramachandra. Tiryak, like animals, such as the boar. Rishi, as a great saint. Parashurama. Deva, as demigods. Jasha, as an aquatic, such as the fish and the tortoise. Avatarai, by such different incarnations. Lokan, all the different planetary systems. Vibhava Yasi, you protect. Hamsi, you sometimes kill. Jagat Pratipan, persons who have simply created trouble in this world. Dharmam, the principles of religion. Mahapurush, oh great personality. Pasi, you protect. Yuga Anuvritam, according to the different millenniums. Channaha, covered. Kalo, in the age of Kali. Yat, since. Abhavaha, have been and will be in the future. Triyugaha, named Triyug. Atha, therefore. Saha, the same personality. Tvam, you. Translation. In this way, my Lord, you appear in various incarnations as a human being, an animal, a great saint, a demigod, a fish, or a tortoise, thus maintaining the entire creation in different planetary systems and killing the demonic principles. According to the age, O my Lord, you protect the principles of religion. In the age of Kali, however, you do not assert yourself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore you are known as Triyug, or the Lord who appears in 3 yugas. Purport. As the Lord appeared just to maintain Lord Brahma from the attack of Madhu and Kaitabh, he also appeared to protect the great devotee Prahlad Maharaj. Similarly, Lord Chaitanya appeared in order to protect the fallen souls of Kali Yuga. There are 4 yugas or millenniums: Satya, Treta, Dvapara, and Kali. In all the yugas but Kali Yuga, the Lord appears in various incarnations and asserts himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But although Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who appears in Kali Yuga, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he never asserted himself as such. On the contrary, whenever Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was addressed as being as good as Krishna, he blocked his ears with his hands, denying his identity with Krishna, because he was playing the part of a devotee. Lord Chaitanya knew that in Kali Yuga there would be many bogus incarnations pretending to be God, and therefore he avoided asserting himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, however, in many Vedic literatures, especially in Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagyahi Sankirtana Prayair Yajanti Sumedasaha. In Kali Yuga, intelligent men worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is always accompanied by his associates such as Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar, and Shrivas. The entire Krishna consciousness movement is based on the principles of the Sankirtan movement, inaugurated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, one who tries to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of the Sankirtan movement knows everything perfectly. He is Sumedhas, a person with substantial intelligence. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yutapatakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Saji Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanyam Namne Gaura Tushe Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hello, welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam class. Happy Gaur Purnima. So today we read, this is Prahlad Maharaj speaking. As we know, he speaks long prayers to appease the anger of Nrsingadev, which put fear into all the three worlds. And he's speaking the many glories of the Supreme Lord. And one of those glories is found in the name of Tri-Yug. Krishna comes in all three yugas. But we read in this purport today that Krishna actually sometimes comes in Kali Yuga as well, which is the yuga we are in right now. And why does he do so? He does so to uphold the classic, you ask any person in India, if they know a shlok from the Bhagavad Gita, they're going to say, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya, because they watched the Mahabharata TV show. So everyone knows that, and Krishna comes to uphold that. Normally he doesn't come as himself, however. Jiva Goswami comments on this name, Tri-Yug, and says this name is upheld, even in spite of the fact of many avatars in Kali Yuga. People will say, oh, Buddha, is not Buddha an avatar of Krishna? What about Kalki? Kalki is also an avatar. However, standardly, in every other Kali Yuga, these are Shaktivesh avatars. They're not to be considered the Supreme Lord himself. So Krishna maintains his consistency with the Vedic literature, which we would hope he would do so, by sending out Shaktivesh avatars normally. And that is normally how the Yuga Dharma of this age is begun. Krishna, in fact, meditates. Lochanadas Thakur describes in the anticipation for his advent as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he is residing in the spiritual world with Srimati Radharani on his left and Rukmini Devi on his right. And he looks at the fallen age of Kali and he says, the ocean of dharma that was there before in Satya, Treta, and even in a sense in Dwapar, has now been reduced to only a single drop of dharma. This is such a fallen age. Surely I should come. But if I were to come, I cannot slay the demons as I normally do, as we read in this verse today. Sometimes Krishna comes to kill. But if I were to kill all the demons, well, then there wouldn't be too many people left. We know that the famous purport in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. There's a Dhritarashtra now in every single household. So what to say? If Krishna came to kill properly, well, there wouldn't be many people left on this planet. But instead, Krishna comes armed with another weapon. He says, I will come armed with the Sankirtan movement. And with this movement, with the chanting of the holy names, I will kill the demonic tendencies in the hearts of all the people in Kali Yuga. And in that way, I will wage war on the demonic influence of this age. So Krishna meditates on doing so and saying so. He says, I will fill the whole world with Krishna Prem. Nothing will be left. The whole place will be inundated. I will send all my great associates with me. As we read in this purport, Mahaprabhu descends alongside with his associates. Mahaprabhu's descent, which which we are celebrating today, is not a solitary event. It is not like the conception of the Mayavads that perfection is found in isolation from all others, that it is found in an isolation of the self. No, Srila Prabhupada says that true liberation means to serve Krishna, and to serve Krishna means to do so with all the people that he loves. Mahaprabhu's descent is not complete without his associates. It is a social event. And therefore Krishna says he will descend. But he does not descend in every Kali Yuga. But the Sankirtan movement is started in every Kali Yuga. Normally it is begun by a Shaktivesh avatar, a jiva, a soul, like you or me, however, a little less like you and me, in that he is empowered by the Supreme Lord. However, this time Krishna has come personally, and that seems a bit like overkill. And there's a few questions that can be asked. Why does Krishna come personally? And why does he himself come personally? It is not that an avatar of Krishna, it is not Lord Ramchandra who has come. It is the avatari, the source of all avatars himself personally who has come. I'm reminded of a pastime of my revered spiritual master, His Holiness Radha Govinda Das Goswami. When he first met Srila Prabhupada, he went to the office of ISKCON in India, and he turned up and he knocked on the door, and at that point, of course, ISKCON was not so well established in India. And Guru Maharaj came and he entered into the office, and I was asking around, does anyone know where A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada is? And no one was there in the office except for this old Indian man. So the old Indian man said, Prabhupada's not here yet. Why do you want to find him? And Gurudev said, well, Srila Prabhupada, he is my spiritual master, I'm certain of it. And this old Indian man asked, why do you think he's your spiritual master? And Gurudev said, well, he preaches the cult of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As we know, Srila Prabhupada, we are in a very fortunate position because Srila Prabhupada himself composes pranam mantra, something not commonly done. So Srila Prabhupada himself allowed us to see the way in which he wants himself to be understood. And in there we read Gauravani Pracharine, not Krishnavani Pracharine, but Gauravani Pracharine. It is the Gauravani which is essential to the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada. So Gurudev said he is preaching the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then this old Indian man said, yes, that is a very good reason. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a great devotee of Krishna. And then Gurudev said, yes, he is a great devotee of Krishna, but he is also Krishna himself. And then the old Indian man said, no, this cannot be possible. He is a devotee of Krishna, but he is not Krishna himself. We read in Chaitanya Charitamrita when Maharaja Prataprudra wanted to have darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not want to associate with such a worldly person as a king. And then all of Mahaprabhu's devotees said, oh, no, but you are the Supreme Lord. How can you worry about the faulty association, even though there is none in such a great devotee as Maharaj Prataparudra? And then at that point, Mahaprabhu said, I am not the Supreme Lord. Ami manusho ashrame shonash. I am a man in the ashram of a sannyasi. So the old man quoted like this, and then Gurudev said, no. And then he quoted in response Chaitanya Upanishad, various shastric evidences, pramanas, to prove, no, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. And the old man returned with some of his own arguments. And at one point, Gurudev realized, on book distribution, they say, some fruit just aren't ripe, you know. Sometimes you just got to move along. So Gurudev then chastised the old man. He spoke a few harsh words. I can't remember what it is in Hindi. Right now, these days it wouldn't be a swear word, but I think back then it would have been considered rather harsh language. And at that point, speaking this harsh language, telling this old man just to shut up before he speaks more blasphemy, at that point the door opens and all of these Western saffron-clad people run in and they do full dandavats to this old man. And the old man starts laughing, and at that point Gurudev realized that the old man was Srila Prabhupada himself. And of course then Gurudev did dandavats and begged for forgiveness for his aparad, and then Srila Prabhupada only laughed and he told all his disciples, he was chastising me. He was chastising me to defend the true position of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and this I appreciate. So then there must be some importance to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu being Krishna himself. But then Krishna is Triyug, and we hear mentioned in this verse, he is coming as channa, as covered. Why this big fuss? The Sankirtan movement isn't covered. It isn't hidden. Everyone knows. It's out on the streets. And it's not hidden in the Vedic corpus either. If you have a few months in association, this one everyone will know, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalo nastyeva, nastyeva gatiranyata. It's not a hidden thing. It's not locked away in some sort of nuances. Even this verse here that we hear mentioned, Krishna Varnam Toshan Krishnam. This verse, which means, according to the translation by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, in the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the names of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. But this translation is only really found after the advent of Mahaprabhu. And the key words here are Krishna Varnam Toshan Krishnam. Because before this, if we read the commentary of Sridhar Swami, which is not a commentary to be rejected, Sridhar Swami, we know Mahaprabhu says, Swami is also a term that can be used to refer to a husband in Vedic culture. And Mahaprabhu therefore says, if one is not chaste to the Swami, well then one is a prostitute. So there is a strong condemnation to those who would reject the commentary of Sridhar Swami. But Sridhar Swami himself says, because Krishna Varnam, I'm sure we can understand, he understood it as, well, this is a person who is blackish, having the varna, the quality of blackness. And then here's Toshan Krishnam. Tosha would mean light or color coming forth. But because of Sandhi with Sanskrit, this can be rendered in three different ways. It is a little ambiguous, grammatically speaking. It could be Toshan Krishna, which would mean having the color of blackness. It could be Toshan Akrishna, which means having the color of not blackness, or as we generally have, the golden whitish complexion. Or it could be Toshan Akrishna. And Toshan Akrishna would be kind of black, not really, because it's not black. It's Krishna. So those are the three options offered. And Sridhar Swami, who we hold in such high esteem, actually takes the meaning of Krishna. He says, actually, because Krishna comes and he has such a beautiful black that it is not like the normal black. This causes some issues because a few verses before, if we read this in context, Krishna himself is described without such words. The actual incarnation of Krishna that we know in Dwapar Yuga is described, and if anyone can be described as having blackish skin that we cannot understand, that is so beautiful that it can be called our Krishna, would it not be him? So this is a somewhat awkward reading, however it is a necessary one, not in light of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there we see, even in the Vedas, Mahaprabhu's descent is to be considered Channa. So then why is he hidden? And to understand this, we must try to understand deeper the reasons for Mahaprabhu's descent. The reasons for his descent. So far we have discussed what are commonly referred as the external reasons. There are two main external reasons. The one is to propagate the Sankirtan movement and to allow Vraj Bhakti to be accessed by the people of Kali Yuga. And the second is that Advaita Acharya is calling out. So then in order to serve the devotees, Krishna always appears. But the internal reasons, it is in here that we can try to understand why Mahaprabhu tries to keep his identity somewhat secret in the Vedic literature, and why he wants to keep the name Triyug. Chaturyug would be a better name. 4 is greater than 3. However, he wants to restrict his understanding to Triyug. And then why would Krishna need to come himself? As we know, in Vraj Leela, Krishna has a very, very nice time. And if we have any on Janmashtami or any other time when we can hear Krishna Leela, we hear that Krishna is tasting so many sweet moods. And yet there are 3 desires. Krishna is the enjoyer, as we know, and he enjoys all he wants. And there is a lot to enjoy, and he enjoys it fully. But there were still 3 latent desires of things he could not enjoy. 3 latent mysteries to him. 3 things that he wished to know. What is the glory of Srimati Radharani's love? What is it that Srimati Radharani sees when she sees me? And lastly, what is the ecstasy that Srimati Radharani feels in that great love? And in order to do so, he has to forget that he is the enjoyer. And he has to become a devotee. And that is another meaning one can take from this verse, Krishna Varnam Toshan Krishnam, because he is Krishna Akrishna. He is Krishna, the enjoyer, playing the role of Akrishna, not the enjoyer. He is Krishna playing the role of a devotee. And we can understand this much better in the Sannyas Leela of Mahaprabhu. Because in Navadvip Leela, when Mahaprabhu is in Mayapur, he is manifesting somewhat more the Krishna side of things. There he is manifesting the universal form and doing the standard things to qualify as an avatar. However, it is after he takes sannyas and goes to Jagannath Puri in order to appease the broken heart of Sachi Mata, it is there that we begin to see him start to fully taste the purpose of this mission, to taste Srimati Radharani's love. It is there when he is able to see Jagannatha Swami, that Radharani now has a Krishna to love. So therefore, we hear that in the Ratha Yatra procession. Mahaprabhu says, I am that Radharani and you are that Krishna. Yeah? So in the Sannyas Leela, we can understand deeper. Because why does Mahaprabhu take the saffron cloth? Srimati Radharani is Mahabhav Swarupini. She is tasting all of the great mellows of bhav, of love. And the most deepest and most intense, and this is the unique contribution of our sampradaya, is that of the pains of separation. So Mahaprabhu there, he is trying to go deepest into the moods and hearts of Srimati Radharani. So why the saffron cloth? Again, there are external and internal reasons for all things in Mahaprabhu Leela. The external reason, as we know, lines up with his desire to preach the Yuga Dharma. He wants to take saffron cloth because people are mudha enough to think that Krishna himself is not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What are they going to think about Krishna trying to hide the fact he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Many people will be foolish and they will not understand his position. And therefore he takes sannyas that he may give mercy unto them. But the internal reasons, and there are various given, I'll give two here. One that is given, and that is in light of Krishna trying to taste these mellows of Srimati Radharani's love, is that Srimati Radharani, when she is tasting the pains of separation, she cries so many tears, so profusely, and when she is wiping them away, they smear the kumkum that she has decorated her face with, and that smeared kumkum drips down with her tears and stains her sari, the color of saffron. So therefore, in order to taste those tears which flow from her separation, in order to taste that, Mahaprabhu meditates on this when he takes the saffron cloth. And therefore in saffron, in Jagannath Puri, we begin to see what is the depths of this internal purpose. And the Sannyas Leela itself has its own pastime. His Grace Madhavananda Prabhu, one of the foremost disciples of His Holiness Gaur Govinda Swami, was doing some research with his team. And they do lots of research on various shastras that have not yet been fully uncovered. And he found one very sweet pastime regarding the sannyas of Krishna. So one day, Radha and Krishna, every night, they are meeting, sneaking out of home to meet up. Because of course we know that is how the sweetness is intensified, because they have to go against societal concerns. And every night they will meet at Radhakund. And traditionally Krishna, being Krishna, is late. He is not on time, and Srimati Radharani is normally rather angry. But this time something different is happening. As they are going to leave, Krishna leaves, and Srimati Radharani is about to leave the door. And then Srimati Radharani's mother says, no, your husband is coming to visit. And then Srimati Radharani, she worries. She thinks, well, I can't be so bold and so to just run off. I have to stay now. So she stays home. But Krishna's already gone, and she has no way to communicate that she just won't be able to make it tonight. So Krishna goes, and then he arrives in Radhakund, and he thinks, I'm on time. Watch me go. Srimati Radharani is going to be very happy with me today. So Krishna's there, and normally Srimati Radharani, she will decorate the kund, yeah? She will try to make it beautiful and wonderful as that feminine aspect is sort of expressed. And Krishna thought, well, today I'm on time. Today I will decorate the kund. And he's decorating it and waiting. And then the more and more he waits, his excitement of thinking, wow, I really am early, sort of decreases. And a sort of anxiety of, is she going to come at all? Creeps in. And then a few hours later, Krishna realizes, I don't think she's going to come. And then Krishna gets angry, and he smashes all of the ornaments, he destroys all his decoration, and he says, now I've learned my lessons. I should have listened more strongly to the teachings of Prahlad Maharaj. There is no hope for pleasure in this material world. I will take saffron, and I will become a brahmachari. So Krishna returns home, and he is ready. He is very devout now in his brahmacharya. And the next morning, Mother Jashoda, she comes and she normally opens the blinds every morning for Krishna to see. And she takes out his golden bangles and his yellow dhoti. Because of course, Krishna loves his yellow dhoti. We wear what we find beautiful. And what does Krishna find more beautiful than the golden skin of Srimati Radharani? Therefore, he is wearing a yellow dhoti. And Mother Jashoda is there, so she opens the blinds. And Krishna says, no, close the blinds. And then she says, oh, okay, and closes the blinds. And then she pulls out all his beautiful ornaments. And we hear Sanatana Goswami quotes that famous shlok from Bhagavatam in his commentary of the Damodarashtakam, that the ornaments of Krishna, they do not make Krishna more beautiful. Krishna makes his ornaments more beautiful. But then she takes out these golden, beautiful ornaments, these wonderful little pieces of jewelry, and Krishna says, hide those away. And the dhoti, Krishna says, no, not yellow. Today I will wear saffron. And then Krishna says a very important teaching to his mother. He says, take all these golden things away from me. Things that are golden, all they can do is break your heart and hurt you. The sun, the dhoti, the jewelry, and you know what hurts you the most? Golden women. They will break your heart. So Krishna is there and he is committed to his brahmacharya. And people are hearing and they're thinking, wow, this is a bit of a shift in attitude from our dear Krishna. This saffron. And so for Srimati Radharani, she is in pain seeing this. We know of the pains of separation. We cannot understand them, but we can know somewhat at a very far distance that they are a very severe thing. So Srimati Radharani, she is not eating. How can she cook? How can she do anything knowing Krishna has rejected her? So she is therefore fasting for days, and she's in a state of constant pain. And her friends are coming to Krishna and they're saying, look, you need to understand. This is what actually happened. You're overreacting, And then Krishna said, no. Don't try to trick me with your tricks of Maya. I am now strict in my brahmacharya, and I will not listen to this nonsense. So Krishna there, he's going on, And then one day a sannyasi appears in Vrindavan, a really effulgent sannyasi. And he is going door to door, knocking, begging alms, as sannyasis do. Begging. And each person's house who this sannyasi visits, the people give all that they can. This sannyasi is so effulgent, so capturing to the heart that they give whatever they can. And then the sannyasi knocks on the door of Krishna's house. And Mother Jashoda comes and she opens the door and she sees what a beautiful sannyasi. And she says, Krishna, come. Surely her son should take darshan of such a sadhu. And Krishna says, no, not coming. And then Mother Jashoda says, no, you are a brahmachari now. This is a sannyasi. Maybe you can take some instruction on how to deepen your sadhana. And then Krishna says, okay. So Krishna runs down in his saffron cloth. And he comes down and he sees the sannyasi and he is completely bewildered. What an effulgent sadhu. And Krishna pays full dandavats and he says, any bit of dakshina, anything I can give you, any offering I want to give to such a great saint. Just by your darshan, I realize what a great position you must have. And the sadhu says, you are willing to give anything. And Krishna says, even if I must die to give it to you, then I will happily die, but I will give you whatever you want. And the sadhu says, are you sure? And then Krishna says, yes. And at that point, the sadhu says, Krishna, all I want is your broken, sulking heart. And at that moment, Krishna realized that this sannyasi, this frail sannyasi from all of the tapasya he had undergone, was no other than Srimati Radharani. And so Krishna told his mother, yes, I will take this sannyasi as my guru. Very happily I will take instruction. But more importantly, he cries and he says, how could I have done this to you? How could I have, in such a moment of emotion, caused you so much pain? my dear beloved Srimati Radharani, how could I ever repay you? And Krishna thinks in that moment that the only way he could repay Srimati Radharani is if he himself took sannyas, if he himself tasted tapasya, if he himself could try to understand in renunciation the love of his devotee. So there's some internal sort of conceptions going on. And in the sannyas then, Krishna is therefore running around tasting that bhav, and we see that so strongly in the Ratha Yatra festival. Krishna there, he is dancing, the description given, he is dancing as if like a firebrand. You know when you twirl fire around and it's like a circle? Yeah? He is like that. Like in the Ras Leela, every single gopi thought Krishna was dancing with them individually. In the same way, Mahaprabhu was dancing so frantically, so quickly, that every single member in the Sankirtan surrounding Ratha Yatra thought Mahaprabhu was with them. He was a circle of fire, like a wheel that is moving so quickly that all the spokes merge into one circle. So frantically he is dancing. And he is dancing not soberly, but with tears. And in this madness, Krishna Das Kaviraj Thakur uses the word often to describe Mahaprabhu, matta, madness. In this madness, he is even quoting mundane poetry. We know there's that poem, that verse that Mahaprabhu quotes. He says, who is that person who stole my heart and my youth? And if you look in the, I forgot the author, but I was looking up this verse because I remember Shivaram Swami mentioning that this is actually a piece of mundane literature, and I found it in my university library. It's not too well known, but it is a well-known piece of poetry that was done by just an average poet. Of course, we know Rupa Goswami wrote a commentary explaining that it wasn't that Mahaprabhu was glorifying mundane love or anything. But so mad he was that at the time a sannyasi wasn't even allowed to play musical instruments. But here he is singing what was at the time popular pop songs, you know, the lyrics of like what was being passed around by general people. Here we understand that same Krishna who by a fraction of his power can manifest all the unlimited universes in this material world and then threefold more all the unlimited planets in the spiritual domain, that same Krishna who by a fraction of his power is in the heart of every single living entity, from the mosquito to the whale, that same Krishna who upholds all of existence, manifests all of these unlimited universes from the Pradhan into the Mahatattva just by a tiny fraction of his potency, that same Krishna who Ananta Shesh has been speaking the glories of since before time began, and he has not finished yet his first word, that same Krishna is rendered mad by the love of Srimati Radharani. Such is the unlimited capacity of it, that even such a powerful, omnipotent person can no longer remember himself. He has fallen into a madness. He has he has been rendered mad. And in this we should understand a condemnation of ourselves. How can we ever say we have loved anything? Here we know there are 13 upper sampradayas Bhaktivinoda Thakur lists, and the one that we most oftenly like to mention in ISKCON, there's many, the Auls, the Bauls, the Sakhi Pekis, but the one that we like to mention the most are the Prakrita Sahajiyas, those who say that the mundane mellows of love are comparable somehow to the mellows of love felt by Krishna. Those mellows are somehow comparable. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, following the example of his father Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and of course Srila Prabhupada, all preached strongly against this with many philosophical arguments. But we need only look at Mahaprabhu dancing at Ratha Yatra to realize there is nothing in this mundane world that can even be put in the same category as this. This is true love. Love makes the world go round, not by its presence but by its absence. And it is that because it is the natural state of the soul. We read elsewhere in Chaitanya Charitamrita, of all the dharmas mentioned, the only true dharma is Krishna Prem. And if the only true dharma is Krishna Prem, we are not all having Krishna Prem. But if that is truly, genuinely what each jiva is longing for, then every single action we do, directly or indirectly, is a movement looking for that. And so it will look for it falsely. But what that means that every single endeavor, every single philosophical questioning, every single contemplation, every single achievement of man is in some way a search for that Krishna Prem. And if that is true, and Mahaprabhu there is Krishna himself also looking for that Krishna Prem, who could find it better than the Supreme Personality of Godhead? That means that the summation, the conclusion, the Vedanta, the conclusion of all knowledge, of all searching, of all endeavor in humanity is found in that broken heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is there that the conclusion of all knowledge lies. This is why Srila Prabhupada is so merciful, because the tears that are flowing from that broken heart have been distributed by Srila Prabhupada all around the world. And that is why it is so important that Srila Prabhupada is preaching Gauravani. We must try to understand Gauravani, because when we come to the depths of Gauravani, then we can try to understand fully the conclusion of all the things that we are looking for. And this is why Mahaprabhu is so merciful. Because in this madness, the Krishna who says, Ye yatham mam prapadyante, I will reciprocate what you give. For every step you take, I will take a step too. This Krishna has sort of lost himself. He's forgotten his standards, so to speak. Srila Prabhupada says this in one welcoming address, with tears coming down his eyes. He says, Krishna is so merciful. Krishna demands only that you surrender. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is even more merciful. He does not even demand that you surrender. That is the mercy of Sri Mahaprabhu, because he is forgetting himself in the intensity of his search, in his madness. He is distributing out. We say Madhurya Rasa is the highest rasa, and that is true. Madhurya Lila is the highest Lila, but in a sense, Audarya Lila, the Lila of mercy that Mahaprabhu is manifesting, is the highest. Why? Because that Madhurya Lila, which is so high and so hidden away, is being distributed out. So what is higher than some Madhurya Lila, some Madhurya Rasa? Lots of it. And that is the mercy, that is the intensity of Mahaprabhu. Line that up with the Sankirtan movement, the fact that Mahaprabhu has come in Kali Yuga to manifest the Yuga Dharma. We find that Mahaprabhu comes to the lowest of people. Line that up with his internal meditation to taste the highest points of reality. Mahaprabhu has come, he has advented on Gaur Purnima to bring the lowest of people to the highest of places. This, again, is the mercy of Mahaprabhu. We can also say Mahaprabhu has lots of mercy because he is tasting the heart of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani, the Shakti, is more merciful than the Shaktiman. We read in the Ramayana, everyone knows the Ramayana, everyone loves the Ramayana, and we hear about how Ramchandra was shooting off many heads of Ravana before he shut the heart. And we also read that Sita Devi was not present on the battlefield. Why is that? Some commentators, Madhavananda Prabhu was telling us, some commentators have commented, it is not that Sita Devi is a woman and therefore scared of a battlefield. She's a Kshatriya woman. She's seen more blood and gore and fighting than most of the men of her age, of her era. No, the reason why is because she is the Shakti of Ramchandra. She is the Karuna Shakti. And if she were to see Ravana about to being killed, her heart would be so soft, even though Ravana had so mistreated her, even though he had so much lust, so many terrible plans to do with her, still her heart would have been softened, and she would have begged for his mercy, begged for mercy for him. And so she was not present. Another small thing, it's a little unrelated, but I thought it was pretty interesting, was the reason why Ramchandra is shooting off the heads. One can say, Ramchandra, he's Trikalagya, he's Sarvagya, he knows all things. He would know just to go straight for the heart, wouldn't he? Why does he need to shoot off all these heads? That same commentator comments that even though it was in a lusty form, Ravana's full meditation in his heart was on Sita Devi. How could Ramchandra pierce an image, even a mental image, even such a faulty mental image, Sita Devi? So he shoots off all the heads to sort of distract him a little. As infatuated as you can get when you're losing your heads, you can sort of lose focus a little. So he shoots off all the heads, and then once enough heads have been lopped off, that he sort of thinks, oh no, my heads are falling off. At that point, Ramchandra goes and he kills him. So Mahaprabhu is tasting this mercy. Mahaprabhu is tasting this merciful heart. Again, he is taking the mood of Radharani. And that is why he must stay hidden. Another one of those upper sampradayas are those who depict Krishna Leela with Mahaprabhu in them. Why is that an upper sampradaya? Mahaprabhu is Krishna, is he not? Yes, but it is painful for him to be reminded in that sense that he is Krishna, because that is not his purpose. Krishna experiences being Krishna enough. The whole point of Mahaprabhu's pastimes is to taste how it is to be Srimati Radharani. So this is why Mahaprabhu must stay hidden. He must also stay hidden because he doesn't come in every Kali Yuga, so then the Shastra would get a little confusing when he doesn't come. But the main reason why is so that he can somehow taste a sense of hiddenness, because in that hiddenness he can fully hide himself away to be a simple devotee. I think I have 5 minutes left. I have one pastime. I wasn't sure if I'll have enough time, but I skipped through a few points. I was hearing this one pastime, and I think it's a sweet one for Gaur Purnima. There was a devotee, Narahari Chakravarti, not the Narahari we commonly hear in Chaitanya Leela. This was a bit after the pastimes of Mahaprabhu and Mahaprabhu's associates, yeah? A little bit later on. So this is Narahari Chakravarti. His initiated name was Ghanashyam Das, but he was generally known as Narahari Chakravarti. He is somewhat acknowledged. I believe one of his books was rather well quoted by Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta. Forgot the name because I'm nervous, but it is a well-known book, yeah. So he is an accepted acharya and an accepted sadhu. And one of his disciples has written a very interesting pastime that he had in an appendix to that book. So Narahari Chakravarti was one day in the Govindaji Mandir in Vrindavan, a few hundred years, so well after he could have had any association of the direct associates of Mahaprabhu. And he is weeping and weeping and weeping, thinking. Thinking what? He is thinking, I could never have the association of Mahaprabhu. And even more, I could not have the association of the associates of Mahaprabhu who were so dear to Gauranga. And he was crying and experiencing that intense pain, a pain that we should all long for. We should try to realize our misfortune that we were not able to associate with Mahaprabhu or Mahaprabhu's associates. He began to fall into a deeper and deeper madness. And he began rolling on the ground, crying and weeping and saying all the names, Rupa, Sanatan, Gadadhar, Advaita, Acharya, where are they all? And so much was he rolling around in his madness that he rolled from Govindaji Mandir all the way to Gopeshwar Mahadev Mandir, which is a big distance in Vrindavan. It's no small feat. But so much was his madness, he lost himself and just rolled on the path. And all the Vrajbasis were very happy to see this. Look, here is somebody tasting the goal of our sadhana. And then at one point, his ecstasy, his pain was so intense that he lost external consciousness. And losing external consciousness, he suddenly had a vision of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, if I run out of time, I'll abridge the pastime. He points to Mahaprabhu behind Narahari Thakur. Narahari Thakur is so happy. Suddenly he has had his desire, Narahari Thakur's guru presents him to Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu says, who's this rascal? And all of the associates of Mahaprabhu throw him around. And by that sense, he's able to receive the mercy of all the associates, because they all say, I don't want to know this rascal. And they throw him at each and every other one's feet. And then throwing them at each and every one's feet, he again returns back to his guru. And then Nityananda Prabhu sees him and he says, this is no rascal. He has received the mercy of the associates of Mahaprabhu. And then he is able, with his chamara, to worship Mahaprabhu. But then at one point, all the associates disappear. And suddenly, Narahari is no longer seeing in Navadvip Gaur Leela. He is back in Vrindavan, but not a few hundred years ago, 5,000 years ago. And he sees Krishna sitting under a kadamba tree with Srimati Radharani. And he's saying something to Srimati Radharani, and she's looking a little confused. Krishna is begging, saying, please, please, I need to taste the prem that you feel in your heart. I need to taste it. And Srimati Radharani is saying, why would you want that? It's terrible. When you're gone, the pains I feel. I forgot who says it. One of the six Goswamis says that the pains of separation are like ice. When ice becomes so cold, it no longer freezes but burns. In the same way, the pains of separation are so ecstatic that they hurt. So she says, people call me a mad girl because of the madness you give me. Why would you want to taste this madness? And Krishna says, you don't understand. I need to. I need to be able to taste all of these mellows. I am Rasaraj. Please let me be Rasaraj. And then Srimati Radharani, she realizes. And she says, Lalita Sakhi, she says that if one were to try to describe in words the pains that I feel in separation, the madness that I feel, it would be like trying to put the whole ocean in the footprint of a calf. It is impossible for me to express to you what it is. And I don't think you'll be able to take it, Krishna. I think you too will go mad. But I see you're insistent, and I will give it to you on one condition. That when you go, in your madness, you'll be rolling on the floor in madness, and your beautiful black, soft skin will be hurt by the harsh ground. So she says, take my heart, take my bhav, but also please take my golden skin, so that it may protect you from all the pains of you rolling around on the ground. And at that point, Shyam Sundar and Gaurangi, they join together to become Gaur Sundar. And then at that point, again, Narahari is seeing the pastimes of Mahaprabhu dancing around everywhere, and he returns back to his external consciousness. And what is he saying? He's saying, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. And then suddenly, all the Vrajvasis are happy. Here is Krishna Prem in Vrindavan. This is why we are here. So we must... That's wrapping up time. So on Gaur Purnima, we must remember, Mahaprabhu Leela, it is eternal, and we should be happy to engage in the Sankirtan movement. It is so merciful, it can take us to such great places. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Gaur Purnima Mahotsav ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Buddha Sundara